the beautiful stages of people who are connected to Paramatma, it is said that they behave in three ways. Balon matta pishachavat. Bala, they can behave like children sometimes. And Paramahamsa would be like that. Sometimes he would be walking and he would see, he would look at a cat that went past and he would see Kali in that cat. And that day he would feed the Naivedyam meant for her. This was done with great innocence. And the second is Unmatta. Unmatta is people who are considered to be off their rocker. Many people considered Paramahamsa to be absolutely crazy because they could not understand a lot of things that he did. And the third is Pishachavat, when Mahatmas behave as if they are possessed, because they truly are possessed. They are possessed by a very, very great force. And all of these took over Paramahamsa, but still Kali was nowhere to appear. And it is at this point that his desperation increased so much that he cried to her. He has several poems that he writes to Kali that are heart-touching. But I also wanted to take a poem of somebody else who also had a deep love for Kali, who is from the same kshetra of West Bengal. And I read to you today a translation of this beautiful poem, and it echoes the sentiment of Paramahamsa. It says, "Ma, your behavior proves how stingy you are. You always give your devotees, or so I've heard from the Agamas. You, who gave rise to the world, tell me, what did you actually give to anybody? In the very act of giving, you blind people in the illusion, and the only thing that you give them is pain. I've heard your name, full of food." What is the goddess's name that suggests she is full of food? You can say it loudly, it's good only to say her name. Annapurna. I've heard your name, full of food. But look at your husband, he's still a beggar. He was so hungry that he had to eat poison, naked with nothing on. I've heard people call you the mother of Kubera. If that is true, then why do you have a necklace of bones around your neck? O goddess, who is wearing the snakes of death, the extent of your riches is very visible for me to see. Premik says, "O Ma Kali, it hurts me to say this. I don't want any money, Shyama. So since you can't give me any money, it's all right. But you aren't even able to grant me your darshan." This beautiful poem, Aninda Stuti, by Sri Mahendranath Bhattacharya, echoes exactly what Paramahamsa also felt. So many conflicting emotions towards the divine, and this is probably the first lesson in bhakti that we can imbibe from him, that bhakti is not always a sailing boat where we are just eternally in adoration. There are lots of negative feelings that also arise, but Mahatmas like Paramahamsa turned even that negativity towards Kali. But let's not forget that, as poetic as it sounds, several years later, for the one who is experiencing it, it is a feeling of great hurt.